T to the motherfucking K. The TK Kirkland show. Yeah. Wait. Hey, don't let them play you. I'm trying to save you. If somebody use your time, make sure they pay you. Pay attention, really listen, I hope you understand. Execute your vision, go and get it, be a man. Save your money, motherfucker, for another day. We got the book and the album on the fucking way. This generation is full of hate. Always worrying what the next man make it. They never want to see the next man make it. 2018, let's have a gangster conversation. Like how to treat a woman, take care of your kids. Gotta take responsibility for what you did. I do it to inspire, take your mind a little higher. Like her name on the degree, not her name on a flyer. Yeah, boss moves. We just doing what a boss do. We own now and we off you. It's true. The TK Kirkland show.
I'm like, who? Oh, hey, how you doing?
But you sleep?
No, I've been drinking, just lounging. I ain't doing nothing. No.
What you drinking, baby? What you
I
sipping
just
on?
had a margarita.
Oh, okay. You out or you in the house?
I'm just at home.
All right, so I'm so sorry I'm late. You caught me.
Oh, no, it's okay.
I've been grinding, huh? I got an album dropping and
Look at you.
a book. I got shit popping.
I didn't know you was even going to reach out. I just remember seeing you at this comedy show, and I was like, well, I mean, I remember you said, like, some really, really good key points, even though people are leaving and having an attitude. But, you know, I did enjoy your show and everything, but I didn't know if you were going to, like, reach out or not. So, I mean, I appreciate you, like, even writing me back and stuff like that, because, I mean, I see that you're a busy person and stuff. So, you know, like I said,
sister.
means a lot, you know. So, like I said.
So you'll be in Memphis, huh?
Yeah, in Memphis. I think it's probably been like maybe 2 months now.
Where you from?
Huh?
Where you originally from?
I'm from Kentucky originally, but been in Memphis now for 5 years.
Okay, and what brought you to Memphis?
My ex.
Oh, the one you broke up with?
Not the one recently, but the one when I was with him, like, from college or whatever.
Okay.
And when I was in the comedy show, we were just dating and stuff, and everything was going good, I thought.
Right.
But he just, I don't know, he just randomly disappeared. Like, I don't know what happened. I've been, like, trying to call him, and he was just like, you don't listen or something, and everything is cool.
He don't listen to the show, huh?
He never had asked me to do anything. That's why I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't listen to what? Like,
right.
I mean, I don't know. Because he kept on, I know this, that's why I said, I don't know, maybe he's busy or what. But I noticed that he was, like, we would hang out once a week, and then went from once a week to every 2 weeks. And then when we started hanging out, it started getting, like, later at night. So I didn't know exactly, like,
that's another bitch. That's the code for another bitch right there.
That's what I thought. But he was like, oh, whatever. And I was asking him questions, and he was just like, you know, he asked me questions, and he's like, you just don't listen. I'm like, I haven't done anything. Every time you asked me to come over, I would always come over. So, you know, I don't know what. I just asked for more time. I mean, we live in the same city, and I only get to see you 2 times a month. So,
right.
I'm wrong for asking for more time or whatever. And I'm being, like, monogamous with you or whatever. So, I mean, I don't know.
No. See, the situation about what women need to hear is that men will make you think you crazy when you know deep down in your heart what you feel. And what's crazy that your ladies think the motherfucker telling you too. Like, maybe I am motherfucking crazy.
I know, because I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Like, I don't understand, like, you know, how a guy can like you so much and then all of a sudden just kind of push you away, you know?
Right. It happens, son. That's why in life there's no guarantees when you meet someone. That's how come I always say everybody got to have their own spot. Because a nigga will change his mind up on you fast, and a female will change her mind up on you fast. You just don't know. So if everybody has their own spot,
I've always
try
had
to
my
grow
own
together.
I've always had my own place. I always had my own place. or whatever like that. So,
yeah. No, I'm just talking about to the audience that's listening. Yeah. So you got to have your own spot just in case. Just like you moved out of town with a nigga you ain't with no more, and he didn't have a ring on your finger. You feel me? And see, some women can't bounce back from that. Some men can't bounce back from that because their money's not right. That's how come I go back to 25,000, 10,000. Some people say 25,000 is too high, but it's really not you guys' fault. Your parents have to start saving money when you're a child. Like if you have a child, you've got to put $50, $100 away a month for 30 years. That's for your child. So that when your child gets a certain age and they get ready to move, guess what? They have a $30,000 check, right? They have to get furniture, to get a car, might want to get an apartment or put a down payment on a house. It's all those things, and you don't let nobody move in with you. And you hope that that person got the same thing that you have, meaning being equally yoked. But relationships are so complicated in the world that we live in today because people come from different cities, different states. They was raised differently. The people they hung around.
I don't know. I feel like I have a curse. Like, ever since I've been single, like, for my first long relationship, which was 5 years, like, I've had, like, the worst relationships, not even relationships. Like, I'll just talk to a guy or whatever, and, you know, I do everything I'm supposed to do, or I think I'm doing it. And then for some reason, like, they just, like, freaking run away. And I'm like, if I can make a book on how to make a guy run away, I mean, I bet you I can write it and it'll be a bestseller. Because, honestly, I don't understand why I can't, you know, keep anyone. And, you know, I'll be faithful, I'll be loyal. Like, I don't even be trying to talk to other people at all. But, you know, I don't understand. The crazy part is like, the guys come to me. You know, I'm not. You know, they come so strong. So it's like you have somebody coming strong, and then all of a sudden they just cut you off. And I'm like, okay, what is
Well, it could be a lot of things, baby. It could be because you got your shit together and some men are jealous.
So what if they got their shit together, too?
It's so many levels. Like, I don't really know you to really tell you. All I could do is hear what you're saying and try to put the pieces together. You know, it could be so many things when it comes to a man. You could be a freak in bed and a nigga can't take it. You could be a squirter and a nigga like, man, I can't deal with this for the rest of my life. Like, it's so many things that can turn a man off. Like, it's just true.
Right.
You know, you can have one toe shorter than the other toe. You know, some men are just visual creatures, or they could have saw you with your braids out one day. I don't know if you got a wig or weed, and so you walk out the bathroom, your hair was. It could be so many things.
But still,
and then some guys just don't want a commitment. Maybe you're just a great woman, and these guys that you're meeting is still just wanna do their thing, or
I feel like more like a friend with benefits. That's what I feel like with every person I talk to. And, you know, I don't really want that. I try to go in and tell them, like, what I want in the beginning, but I don't know if it gets, like...
How old are you?
34.
Oh, yeah, you're still young, but, you know, 34 is serious to women. Like, y'all really want to start getting it together. But, you know, you just gonna, like, I did one of my shows before, and I talked about you ladies just gonna have to achieve your goals, get some dick on the side, and keep it moving. Don't let nobody move in with you.
Honestly, that's the crazy thing. I've never had no one move in with me. It's like I've always had my own place, like my own car, everything. So it's not like I asked them for anything at all. You know, all I want is, like, you know, more time or whatever. You know, like, let's hang out. This or do that. So, you know, my main thing is I just wish guys could be better communicators, because if they just communicate what they really want up front, it would, you know, cause me having less heartache. Because, you know, sometimes I feel like, dang, what I feel like, I have to say stalking, but I feel like, okay, I wish this person would text me. You know, I'm trying to text them, and, you know, I'm texting them way more, you know, because they're just ignoring me. I'm like, why are you ignoring me? Like, what did I do? Like, there's, like, no explanation. Like, if I did something or fought with you or argue with you, that's different. But you just ignore me because of what? Like, give me an answer.
Right.
So, you know, I will
Man,
keep
you
on
said
bugging.
something in the DM about a mug shot.
I don't know if he's seen it or not. I haven't, like, said anything to him. I know, like, if you Google my name, I don't know.
Well, not going to put your name on the air. We don't have to do that, but go ahead and listen.
Yeah, if you Google my name, you can see it. So I'm not sure if he Googled it and seen it, you know. Then I had a situation happen on my job that was kind of crazy, whatever. I mean, now everything is kind of back on track now. So for like the last 2 weeks or whatever were kind of crazy, but, you know, everything is back on track now.
So what happened exactly?
I was at work, and there was this guy that had, he was like kind of short or whatever, but he likes to kind of push on me. So I was like pushing him back or whatever, but then I felt like he was getting aggressive.
Right.
And one day we were playing because we always like push each other, and he was like an assistant manager. So he had pushed me. I was like, oh, he's pushing me too hard. So I had pushed him. When I pushed him, he ran against the stove, okay? And then he ran against the stove, so I was putting something up in the kitchen. I turned around, and he had pushed me against the freaking rack in the kitchen.
Right.
Or whatever. And I mean, men are a little bit stronger than women, granted. You know, I've always thought we were playing, but I was like, okay, why did you push me hard like that? So we got into kind of like an altercation, and I had the salad in my hand, and he decided to take it out of my hand. And, like, it was just a hot mess, okay? And so I told the manager at work, you know, I don't feel comfortable working with him. Can I just can I just work with someone else, not with him? And they were like, no, there's another manager out. And I said, and then after I said I didn't feel comfortable working with him, they were like, well, we're just going to suspend you for a week until the other manager gets here because he's out of town. And long story short, when the other manager came back, they were like, well, you know, the situation that happened, we're just going to let you go, blah, blah, blah.
What?
What? Because I voiced my concern. Like, at first I didn't say anything. They didn't say anything. But, you know, I was like, you know, I don't feel comfortable. I don't want him, like, just pushing on me like that or whatever, you know, come to work. And I'm like, okay. Because it started at being playing, and then he started kind of getting a little too aggressive. And I was like, then in that situation, it kind of went way overboard. And I asked him to apologize. He didn't want to. And so I was just like, you know what, I just don't want to work with him when he's working. That's all I said. And I said, I don't feel comfortable at all. I didn't say anything else crazy, you know. And I was like, and then over time, maybe I could work with him. But since I voiced my opinion, they basically let me go. So then I had that happen. And then, you know, I had got pulled over for suspended license, whatever. I mean, it's not a charge, whatever. So, you know, if you put my name, you're not going to see anything. So I had like 2 crazy things happen, you know, and then this guy was talking to just freaking ignore me. So I'm just like, I don't know. And I've been trying to like text him and stuff. And, you know, like the last thing he said to me was, you don't listen or something. Everything is cool. And that's the last I've heard from him.
So is he a successful guy?
I'm not really sure, like, what all he does. I mean, I think he is.
Well, let me tell you why. Because that could have been a turn off to him. Those few little things that happened.
But I didn't tell. Well, I told him the situation at work, but you know, I was still straight. You know, I got money saved up or whatever. So
right.
I mean, I got another job, so I'm fine.
Right.
And I haven't asked him for anything financially.
Okay.
And then the other incident, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but, you know, it's not like I had a charge or anything like that. I mean, he could, I mean, I guess he is successful or whatever. I mean, he's probably way more successful than me or whatever, but it's not like I ever asked him for anything like that.
Well, what about, I'm not saying that to compete against you guys. The reason I'm saying that, did he hear that you got the cops pulled you over, you lost your job, your confrontation at work? Did he give any opinion or any suggestion on how you should be moving at work?
He told me what to do, the situation at work. And granted, and that's what he's talking about. I didn't listen to him.
Right.
And the thing was, I forgot what he said because when I was talking to him at the time, I was kind of under the influence. So, I mean, I could remember a little bit of the conversation. So when I talked to the manager about the situation at work, I didn't say exactly what he said. And then, you know, I told him what happened. And then after that, that's when I was just driving, and they were like, oh, it's over a ticket I forgot to even pay, whatever. But And then I got pulled over the week after that. And then, you know, I had texted him. He was like, what's going on? Or I said, no, he asked me. He was like, okay, what happened? I told him. And then, you know, I didn't hear from him for like 3 weeks. And then I'm texting him. And then I finally had texted him finally. He was like, no, you didn't hear me out. I'm not sure if he knew I was in jail or not. But, you know, he was just like, no, you don't hear me out. But everything is cool. And I'm just like, what? You don't listen. I'm like, the only thing is you asked me one thing to say and I actually forgot, but you don't ever answer the phone, so how can I call you and ask you? So, I mean, honestly, one little thing, and, I mean, that had nothing to even do with you, so, I still don't understand, like, why.
Yeah, fuck them, baby.
I know, but I love you so much.
I know, but you'll meet somebody else. As soon as you get your next nut, you'll forget that nigga immediately.
But it'd be hard.
Yeah, but.
And I hate having different sexual partners like that, you know. And it's like, before I had met him, I haven't had sex in like 5 or 6 months or whatever, okay?
Right.
And I was like, I'm trying to focus on myself. And he came out of nowhere. I was like, okay, this guy seems like he's okay. So, you know, I only focusing my time on him. You know, I work a lot anyways.
Right.
You know, I'm like, damn, I'm only having sex 2 times a month or whatever. It is what it is, but okay, whatever. And so I'm like, I don't know. And it's like, I hate meeting new people because I feel like it's like the same thing that happens. I'm like, I'm not sure what I'm doing, like, at all. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a rough world.
So I should just ignore him, I guess. Like, don't even.
Oh yeah, you don't want to. What you doing now?
Try to get him back.
No, there's no way to get him back, honey.
Oh, so it's over with, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no hope at all, you don't think?
Yeah, it's a wrap, honey. It's enjoy what you had. Yeah, enjoy what you had. Remember the good times and just moving on. Because I was just trying to find you in my DM, right? I couldn't find it. But I remember writing your phone number down on a card. I forgot what city I was in. So I went downstairs and got you because I did like maybe 4 shows today.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, okay, I'm going to try to reach everybody today. Because, you know, I'm promoting the album drops October 26th. Gangsta Conversation is the album to everybody. And with the hit thing, I did the remake of Orange is Jones, Walking in the Rain.
Okay, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, so when that comes out, I'm just really, really excited about what's going on with this. Just keeps me busy.
Let's see, that's good. And, you know, I've been kind of busy, like, you know, off today or whatever, but I was just like, I don't know, I was just thinking about him, and it's crazy because it's like I still want to talk to him, and then I had texted him because it's been like another week. I let another week go by, so I had just texted him. I was just like, hey, I'm just checking on you, just making sure everything's okay. But as granted, I'm still hearing cricket, so I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta let that go. Yeah.
There's no hope. You can't try to help me out.
You know, I mean, unless you want to give me his number and I'll call for you.
What are you gonna say to him?
I don't know. You know that. I mean, you could give me his number.
That's kind of weird, though, wouldn't it?
Say that again.
Would it be kind of weird, though?
You might hear something that you don't want to hear.
Tell me. I want to know. I just want the truth, honestly. I want the truth.
Yeah, but I'm saying he might say something about you that you may not want to hear.
I don't care.
All right, text me his number. Don't say it. Text it to him.
Okay.
I'll call him right now.
He probably won't even answer.
He'll answer. Hello? Yeah, what up, T?
What's up?
You know what this is?
No, I don't.
It's one of the flyest niggas you probably ever met in your life.
What's that?
TK Kirkland.
What's going on?
What's going on, brother?
Nothing much.
Well, let me tell you why I'm calling. You know, I have a podcast called the TK Kirkland Show. I'm quite sure you're familiar with it. So I think I told it when I was doing a show there in Memphis, right?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
All right, cool. So listen, a young lady hit me up on my Instagram, and she crazy about you. And she was like, can you help me get this gentleman back? And I said, well, I don't know if you want to put yourself in a situation. I said, because if he said,
are you pranking me right now?
I swear to God, I'm telling the truth, yo. And I said, you don't want to put yourself in a situation. I said, but if you really want this done, I'll do it for you. Because, you know, whoever calls my show, my loyalty is to them. And I always try to help that person out.
Okay.
But she's crazy about it. She said, TK, he said that he don't want to talk to me no more because I didn't listen. Because she told me about what happened at the job, and she got fired, et cetera, et cetera. And I tried to throw her all the knowledge and wisdom that I could to give to her to make her comfortable. Because I told her enjoy the moments that you guys had.
Right.
And move on. I said, you know, you had a good time, and it is what it is, but you must have put it on my nigga. And she just wanted to know if she could get back, and I just wanted to know what your take on it was and why you moving forward. I feel there's another female involved, and it's okay. But I'll let her know
it's not. It was just look, you know, it just didn't seem like it was a good fit. Like, you know.
Okay.
She wasn't hearing me. But look, I'm not.
You know, I take that very seriously because I said, did he hear my show? And she said, yeah, because you know how I talk about how a female has to listen.
Right. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. So that's the real reason, right? You know, it happened times, and I was like, and I was real cool about it.
Right.
And finally, I was like, you know what? Let me just create a little space.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, just, you know, if it fizzles out, it fizzles out. If we come back, then we come back and revisit it.
Okay.
But yeah,
so
that was.
Here's my thing, yo. The girl likes you so much. Can I call her back and think you give her a chance, but you just want to keep it moving, so to speak?
You know what? You can call her back, and we can, you know, at least have a conversation. Yeah.
I like that, fam.
I'm open with that. Yeah.
But here's what I'm gonna tell her though. I'm gonna explain to her, and I'm gonna keep it real. It's like, bitch. I'm gonna call her a bitch. It's just in a funny way. Bitch, you better fucking listen to me, because I've got the nigga to come back into your life.
Right.
But I'm gonna explain her, not the rules, what I'm taking from you, that you are a man of principles.
Right.
And some women don't understand that. Like, I put a post up the other day about, do women ever think about they should shut up? Why they meant, and so many women were saying no. And what I wanted to tell females, that if you don't listen to a man, not any man, a man that's really working, getting his shit together, but you're going to be in a shelter in 20 years.
Right.
You're going to be lonely in 20 years. I always say, you know what makes women get submissive? Old age, and when they see the first grade pubic hair on their pussy.
Hello? That's real.
It will bring a bitch down to her knees.
Right.
But by that time,
go ahead.
Yeah, but by that time, what women don't understand, see, most women don't invest in themselves, right?
Right.
So over these years, guess what? They done gained weight. They done got fat, either breast cancer, cervical cancer. So it's like a damaged vehicle, but now you're looking for an owner.
Right. Oh, that's powerful. Well, and I was going to say, man, the listening thing is sensitive to me, because I've been married before.
Right.
And divorced, and one of the issues was this listening piece. So I got a lower tolerance for it, right? That's the other thing I mentioned when you said it. There was some context, and I think she knows that.
Okay.
But so anyway, but that's because you don't know that, but that's also why.
Yeah, because when I heard it, I said, I already know. When she said listen thing, I said, ooh, I know how important it is. Now that you're explaining to me about you being married and divorced, see, that takes the soul out of a nigga. You don't want to
still trying to get that back.
Yeah, and what you're searching for. That nobody, watch what I'm about to say. What you're searching for is peace of mind.
Right.
You want mental peace. And if a person can't give you mental peace, you got to let it go. even if it hurts you.
Yo, man, this is better than a therapy session. but you're right, man. So
even if it hurts, you got to let it go, because you know what I like what you're doing. You love yourself more, my nigga.
Right.
See, that's the thing I want men and women to understand. That when you are in a situation, you can love that person, you can like that person, but you got to love yourself more.
Right.
It hurts. Like, I love that bitch. I love that nigga. But I got to walk away, because that person is messing with your spiritual growth, your spiritual journey.
Right.
And once you get sidetracked, it takes years to get back on that motherfucking platform.
Man, it's been a journey.
Yes, sir. It takes years to get back. And if a woman don't listen, she is stopping your growth.
Yeah, that's it.
I will have a talk with a T.
Okay. All right, man. When you coming back to Memphis, you know?
I'll be back in Memphis in June, but what you could do, are you following me on Instagram already?
Yeah, I follow you. Yeah, I do.
Okay, cool. So, listen, I'm going to start promoting my Gangsta Conversation album the first week of August. Make sure you pre-order it, all right?
Okay, all right, okay.
The
first week of August coming up in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're going to start advertising it. The album doesn't come out to October 26th, but I dropped the single the last week of September, and I did do you remember the old song back in the day called Walking in the Rain?
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
I did the remake
with
of
Orange Jones?
Yeah, I did the remake of that.
Oh, wow, okay.
When I say it's so fly in the video, it's gangster now. Like, I spent a lot of money to do this video. And the video's animated.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, I got Orange Jones.
So I'll see it on Instagram as well. I can find it?
Yeah, you're going to be able to find everything in a minute. It's going to be on social media. It's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on all the major platforms around the world, because I got to go to London to start promoting, then I come back to America. But,
okay.
So I did Walking in the Rain, got Orange Jones, and in the video, the young man who passed away, Triple X.
Yeah.
He's in the video too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we did this like months ago before he passed. So it hurt my feelings that, because he was a big fan of mine. Like, the dude just truly loved me. He's in my comedy special as well. So he's on that too. So I'll give him a chance, I got another chance to give him a shout out and let him know we loved him. And it's a shame that all that shit happened with them. They could have just took that bag from that little boy.
Right.
He only weighed fucking 90 pounds.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. 90 pounds. They could have just took it, and everybody could have lived another day.
Right. But
See,
it's the world we live in. Okay, all right, man.
Follow me on Instagram and DM me too. If you're going through something, let me know, and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, all right, man.
Okay, God bless, man.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
What's up, dear?
He's not on there, is he?
Huh?
So he's not on there, is he?
No,
Okay. So what do you think?
He likes you.
He does?
Yeah. You just didn't listen to him, hon. And only you and him know. Only you and him know. So when you come back, don't sell your soul. Don't do that. But
what do I do? Or what can I do to just make things right? Because I don't want to feel like I'm chasing him, because I know you ain't supposed to, chase after
so you got to make up your mind because you're chasing a nigga. That's what you're doing.
Okay, I don't want to do that. I just like him. And
okay, babe, it's okay to chase, but that's what you're doing. That's what it is.
You're supposed to do that, right?
You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. It's your feelings.
I mean, guys don't. You wouldn't want a woman doing this, would you?
Oh, yes, the fuck I would if she was really a nice girl.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
He did now. Like, he's ready. I got him ready. Like, he's ready. You heard the conversation.
I know. Yeah.
You know, so don't be nervous now. Shit. Don't be nervous now. All you got to do is say, how far does he live away from you?
It's like 30 minutes away.
Yeah. You call him, ask him what he's doing. You'd like to take him out for a drink. and, you know, wear a dress just because y'all want to fuck or wear something sexy. Make sure you smell good.
Mhm.
You know, that's what I'm saying. I could drink and suck his dick in the car or somewhere and just leave. And just leave him, just suck his dick and just leave him fucked up. Like, oh my God. And just call me tomorrow. I love you. I like you. I'm keeping it real. You know, I tell the truth.
I appreciate this so much because I don't know. You know, I'm
but
kind
don't
of
fuck him.
a little bit, but
listen,
you know,
but don't fuck him though. Just give him head.
Yeah, don't you know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
yeah, don't fuck him.
Give
him some head. You gotta let me talk now. Don't fuck him. Give him some head or jack them off, and then leave. And then say, just
so buy him a drink and then.
Yeah, talk for a minute. Cause
he might be busy or something. You know,
that's what that happens tonight or tomorrow or the next day. But here's the thing. I want you to remember.
Okay.
You've gone through all of this, and when you see him, like whenever you see him, remember there's one thing I'm about to tell you. You may not like him. You might have did all this, got to the threshold, and when you see him, you might change your mind.
Or he might change his mind about me.
No. We're not worried about him. I'm telling you, we talk about you.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, we did our part with him already. And the thing that you got to start doing is knowing that you got your shit together. You're a good woman. And if whatever happens, happens. Meaning, if it works out with him, cool. If it doesn't work out with him, you'll meet somebody else.
Got you.
Remember that.
So I can't say I didn't try. So.
Right. And that's the thing. And that's why I'm glad you did what you did.
I've never done this before. Oh my gosh! Like I'm kind of like embarrassed because you know I used to be like a very very shy person. It was very hard for me. Like I didn't have my first boyfriend or nothing until I got to college. You know I didn't have sex until I got to college, and then you know, I was with that guy I was telling you about, and that was my first boyfriend. And then I've actually been single in my 30s. So that's why I feel like my love life is kind of at a later time or whatever.
Yeah, it happens. But you got an education.
I don't know really what to say or do, so maybe that's why I haven't been successful in trying to, you know, because I don't want to rush anything, but, you know, I have never been successful in just trying to get someone to just, you know, be like, oh, I like hanging around this person, you know. And I hate the fact that, you know, I have this cycle, which I noticed where, you know, guys just, you know, they distance themselves, you know, like he said, like distance. And I'm like,
well, you really do you talk back? You talk back, don't you? You got to slick.
Listen.
No. Listen to me. You got to be honest for me to help you.
Okay.
What I'm hearing, you said something very important. Guys distance themselves. So what you're saying to me, if I'm hearing this correctly, you got a slick ass mouth. And you talk back.
There was,
It's just yes or no.
Yes.
Thank you for, I love you right now. No. I love you. I love people who can be honest. Because in order to work this out, you have to be honest with yourself, right?
Right.
Don't no nigga like a bitch. Because I got to say it. Because the world is listening. Don't no nigga like a bitch with a slick mouth. Do you curse a lot?
I do.
Oh, baby.
My granny, that's all she did. I mean, she let me, like, we would talk. I mean, we would have everyday conversations. She'd be like, fuck this bitch. You know what I'm saying? So I'm used to cussing, even though she wasn't cussing.
Don't no man.
Language, so I was okay with that.
Don't no man want a woman around him that not no real nigga, not no man with no substance, no character. And I'm not, and to women who are listening to the show and to you, I'm not saying don't curse. I'm saying curse when it's necessary. That way the person knows that you're serious. See, what you're doing, you use a profanity in your everyday language. Well, I mean, you go to a nice restaurant, you can't curse like that. Some women are saying, oh, this is who I am. You have to accept me, but here's the thing. If you go around a minister, you ain't going to curse.
You're right.
You go around the Pope, you ain't going to curse.
You're right.
So you can't say to me, oh, this is who I am, and a person has to say, no, because you know right from wrong. You know that if you go around someone of high figure, of importance, you're not going to curse around that person. So what I'm saying is, start eliminating the profanity from your vocabulary. You're a college graduate, babe. Act like a queen. But sometimes you might have to get a nigga's ass or a bitch ass. And then you let that out. The other great thing about not using profanity and being a queen is that your female friends, and somebody admires you, honey. Somebody sees you and they look up to you. They may never say nothing to you, but they looking at you, the way you dress, the way you look. Now, if they see you cursing, guess what? They're going to curse. But if you act like a queen, carry yourself like a queen, that shit rubs off on other women. And if you start saying, I don't use profanity around a man because a man, not no real man, wants that in his life, then guess what? The females that you talk to, that'll help them as well. And then girls wonder why, oh my God, I like this guy. What happened? Right now, you said something about a lot of women who do this. And don't no man want to be around, because you can't really a man can't really treat you the way he really wants to treat you with the profanity, right? When I think of a woman cursing, you know what I think about? Your pussy stink and your breath smell like ashtrays in a bar.
Like Black and Biles or something.
Right.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's the example I want people. When you cook profanity, men think your pussy stink and your mouth tastes like an ashtray. And how can you be romantic with a woman who curses sound like a... Don't no nigga want to think he with a nigga?
Yeah, that's right.
You got titties looking good, and a nigga think he with a nigga because you cursing.
Right. That makes sense, you know. Okay.
Yeah. Your grandmother by herself, ain't she?
Yeah.
You know why, right?
And her mouth was a little slick, too. So,
yeah, she by her motherfucking self, and she about to die. It's a wrap. Don't nobody want to be around that shit.
You're right. Oh, my gosh. And that makes perfect sense. And it's crazy because, you know, it's... And all her sisters and stuff are, you know, single, too, because I'm like, okay, what is it? You know, I guess it's being raised around that.
Women want to blame the men all the time. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes it is.
Right.
Sometimes men ain't shit. Sometimes men are cheaters. Sometimes men don't bring nothing to the table. But a lot of women run men off as well. You can have the bomb pussy, give the best head, cook for a nigga, dress amazing, smell good. But when you curse, a man is looking at you, down in your soul, and he's saying to himself, I can't have this around me. I don't want this around me. And I think he got kids too, don't he?
He has a son. He has one son.
How he gonna bring you, the stepmom, around his child, and you talk like that?
You're right.
I know. I wouldn't want you around me.
You're right.
I want you around my children talking like that.
I mean, I have a son too. He's 11, but
and you shouldn't be cursing around your son, like, cause he gonna hate bitches because of the way you talk. I'm telling you.
It's crazy because I would last week or whatever, I had went to go visit my sisters and everything, and he was in another room, and I mean, it was crazy. I was like hearing him, the kids like cussing. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like this actually do. And when you hear I'm like, you know, 11 years old cussing, it's like, oh my gosh. So I know I do need to work on that because that is.
But you don't need to work on it. You got to make it happen.
You're right, because
you see what happened, right? You heard them in the other room. You see how bad that sounds, right?
Yeah, it was bad. Like I was like, oh my gosh, you know. So, and I think one time he was driving, or I was talking to him. He was driving. And I think he had a son with him, and I accidentally had said a cuss word, and I wasn't even thinking about it. You know how you're just talking, and you know, like I'll get to talking and rambling, and I had said a cuss word. He's like, oh, I gotta go, you know, and I was like, oh my gosh, you know, because I try. I mean, it's gotten way better because before I would talk, and I mean, it will be a cuss word. It's gotten better now, but sometimes, like, if I don't think about it, it'll just come out, you know. So, you know, I mean, I know I need to work on that because that is bad, you know. It's a bad habit to
What
have.
you want to do with this gentleman when you call him, I want you to apologize to him first.
Are you going to call him or?
We talked to him already. We called him.
I thought you said you were going to call him.
No, when you call, you got to do this now.
It's for me.
No. You got to do this now. And what you got to do is you're going to apologize to him and say, listen, I care about you so much, I understand. He might say to you, what do you understand? Well, I'm going to work on my profanity. I want to work on not being slick with my mouth and talking back to you. And I want to know, can we just talk on the phone for a while before we go out again? And in that way, you're not under pressure. You take a couple of weeks to really focus on your mindset, focus on how you're going to speak and how you're going to act. Now, here's the thing about life. Now, if he had called me, I would tell him not to date you, and I'm going to tell you why. I got to take the side of the story.
Right.
Because a man should meet a woman already the way he wants her.
Mhm.
Not to change for me, even though sometimes change is good. Some change is good. Sometimes you can change and become a better person. So if he brings that out of you to become a better woman, then that's what we're giving you an example. I met this girl years ago in New Jersey. Her name is Diane. Drop dead motherfucking gorgeous. Because, you know, I always keep a bad bitch breathing on me. It's just type of nigga. So.
Okay.
So, we go out, we at this restaurant, but at this time, Diane got a tooth missing on the side of her mouth.
Mhm.
And I'm like, you such a beautiful girl. You've been going out with different men. No one told you about your tooth? That sounds funny, but it's a real shit, the kind of dude I am. She also used a profanity, so she was saying to me, nah, nigga, this is who I am. If you want to kick with me, and I left her alone. Watch where I'm going now. Months later, not even like 2, 3, 4 months later, she calls me. Hey, Tweet K. I'm like, what's up? She said, I want to apologize. I said, what happened? She said, I saw what you was talking about. She said, I was in the nail salon, and this beautiful girl came in, and she was using profanity, and it made her look ugly. True story. Wow. Now, I had such a positive effect on this woman. She started her own podcast to talk to other women. Doing it. I forgot Diane's podcast. But Diane, if you're hearing this show, you make sure you hit me. Because, you know, a lot of people listen to the show. But, baby, that's what you got to do, honey. To the women listening, it's not always the men's fault. Y'all think because you're cursing, you're doing something. You think because you curse can't, and somebody asks you not to curse, you're like, oh, this is me. But you're really ruining something that could be special with you and a gentleman. You really are. And ladies got to go back to being ladies. Got to be, there's an old saying, be a lady during the day and a hoe in the bed. True story.
Right.
And you could curse in bed, like smack his ass. And sometimes that can scare a nigga. Like you got to really pick up the man that you with. Because sometimes you can fuck a dude so good, that can scare him. Because most niggas is weak mentally. Most niggas think if you suck dick real good, like you do this to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Some niggas think if you fuck this good bitch, because most niggas is weak. You know, and one of my examples of showing niggas that nigga go out and get another bitch pregnant, and sometimes a woman will help that nigga raise that baby, and sometimes stay with the dude. You could probably count on one hand a bitch that cheat on a nigga, and he say, baby, I love you so much, we're going to raise this other nigga's baby together.
Right. I can't. Mm-hmm. You're right.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And then these things get to domestic violence, you know, like the guy with McCoy, the football player, he said he wasn't there. But, you know, we street people, we know putting two together. Because the guy who took the beat up took the jewelry shit that he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter how mad, I wanted to kill my baby mama once. I can be honest with you. The bitch made me so motherfucking mad for months. She was taking it through, but you learn to live with it, and it scars you. But guess what? Just like a handwriting on the wall, over years it fades away. And the same thing in a bad relationship with mothers and fathers. And he should have allowed that to fade away and not have this young lady hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And even if he didn't do it, he still should have made sure she was protected.
Right.
Because she is the mother of his children. And whatever nasty situation that they went through 20 years from now, they still can't be in the same room.
Mm-hmm.
Because she thinks he did it.
Right.
So he can't go to graduation when his son graduates and act like nothing's wrong with this girl. This girl got her ass beat.
Damn. I know, I've seen it.
Her face was horrible.
Oh, yeah. Sad.
Yeah, that was intense. Her face is horrible. She'll never speak to him again. And if I was a father, I have to have a long talk with the motherfucker.
Okay.
For real. I don't even know if we'll get a talk. He'll come up missing. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So, that profanity can go so many ways. And if you really want him, just talk to him on the phone first for a couple of weeks while you get your shit together.
Okay.
When you ready, have on a cute dress. Y'all in Memphis, it's nice out there, rain sometimes. Have on a cute dress, be a lady. You know, y'all go out to dinner. And you know, there's nothing wrong with paying for the meal, taking them out to get something to drink.
Okay, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? That's some fly shit, matter of fact.
I got you.
And get a hotel room, get a hotel room. Pick the place out where you want to eat. You pick it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get a hotel room nearby and ask him to come to your room. You're like, what? Yeah, so just come kick me for a minute. Now, I'm putting on some player shit now. This is some player shit.
I know. I'm like, what?
You know what I'm saying? And then you come in the room, you'll have some more to drink and just act like you don't want to have sex and just lay there, be innocent. And just talk like you don't want to do nothing at first, Then you touch them, just zipper them, suck a dick, and like if you want to go, you can leave. Like if you want to go, you can leave. Thank you, I want to see you, and I'll call you tomorrow.
Mhm.
Oh, you make sure you call me back on this one.
I will.
This shit gonna be fire for real.
Oh my God.
See, because a motherfucking cat.
You're the man. So I'm gonna, go ahead.
Yeah, call him after you hang up with me, just to say hello.
If he doesn't answer, then what?
Then he probably went to the bathroom. He probably went out somewhere. He'll call you back. But if you call him, if he doesn't call you back today and you try getting him out, then you call me. I'll call his ass.
Okay.
But he should pick up.
I thought you were going to call him. I'm so scared.
No, I called him already. You didn't hear it?
I thought that was going to be like a three-way thing, like me talking and you kind of being the...
Oh, no. That would have been too corny because we didn't know...
I got you. That makes sense.
We didn't know what was going to happen.
Mm-hmm. I got you.
See, that nigga could have said, nigga, don't be calling me about that bitch. That bitch crazy, TK. And now you on there talking about, what the fuck do you mean? Because you like
I know,
curse.
right?
Nah, nigga. The fuck you talking about now? You calling a nigga little itty bitty dick and shit and all kind of shit get crazy. We could have that.
Right. I got you.
It had to be safe.
I got you.
But we was able to talk, and you were able to tell me who you really were. See, at first you was like, you wasn't telling me you had a slick mouth. You wasn't telling me that you curse a lot. Men do not like that shit.
And see, I didn't know that, so I'm glad that you had told me that because, you know, honestly, if you don't know and no one never tells you, you're going to continue doing it because, you know, you think it's fine, and in reality, it's not.
No, it's not. Don't know. If a man puts up with it, it's something. He has a hidden agenda. He's usually a bum, or he lives with her, right? And he's afraid that she'll put him out.
Okay.
So he'll put up with it. But that's how a lot of men lose their soul. So, don't, you know, all right? So to all the fans around the world, especially the women.
Hear this?
Yeah, you're going to hear it. Especially our
God,
women.
Something's not right.
No. We keep it real over here. Don't nobody know who you are, though, so you're good.
I know, but...
Don't nobody know who you are, and you'll be surprised what you just mentioned is going to help so many women around the world.
Really?
This show, everybody listens to around the world.
Oh, my God.
So you shy, right?
I'm
you
very,
understand,
very shy.
but it's going to make women, they're going to hear your story, and they're like, yo, I won him, I'm going to step my game up. Then you got some women who use a lot of profanity, and they're like, oh, that's why I'm losing these men in my life. I got to stop this shit. Like, so be proud, babe, that you helped. I'm talking about you helped out thousands of women right now.
Really?
Thousands.
I know, I'm kind of embarrassed, though, but, oh, my gosh.
No, don't be embarrassed. You just said it. You didn't know.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you didn't know. So now you know when you're out with a gentleman, if it doesn't work out with this guy in the future, cut that profanity shit out. And if you do curse, say, I'm sorry, but stay conscious of it because you would lose him. You will lose him.
You're right.
To the fans around the world, I love this part. To the fans around the world, from Japan to London to Compton, California to Jersey City, New Jersey. Yo, this is the TK Kirkland Show. To everybody, make sure in August and September you pre-order the hip-hop comedy album that people will be talking about for years starting in the fall. It's called Gangsta Conversation. With his single, Walking in the Rain. Y'all going to love this shit, I swear to God. And I can't wait for everybody to hear something that I've been working on for years. For years, I had to wait for the right time now. I got my own record label, my own production company, my own animation company. I'm getting people jobs. I'm getting women recycled dick. It's just beautiful.
Oh, my God.
Man, your pain be champagne, everybody. Man, everybody live a full life, and hopefully we'll talk. And if you got any problems out in the world, holler at the OG, T to the motherfucker. Hit me on my DM at TK_Kirkland. Young lady, I wish you the best. I hope you learned something. And
I did.
Move forward from here, all right?
All right. Thank you so much.
God bless you, beautiful.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome, Bye-bye.
Bye.
This episode of the TK Kirkland Show was produced by Chris Thomas, executively produced by Charlemagne the God. This is an official Loudspeakers Network production. Speakers 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 Network production.